Hello guys, my name is Daniel and welcome to this tutorial from Synth Control. In this video we're going to show you how to make a new disco track. So first, let's give it a listen. Hey guys, before we start, this track was made with our new disco pack and it has 20% off with the code TV20, and we're going to have a link in the description if you want to check it out. And that's it. Let's hear the drums. If you have noticed, we have two kicks, and the first one sounds like this. The second one sounds like this. The reason why we have two kicks is because the first one gives us a lot of slap and attack around 1K and 2K, and the second one gives us a lot of low end. Let's hear them together. Let's continue with the snare. Here's the pattern. As you can see, there's not much to it. We boost at around 150K to give some body to the snare, and at around 7K to give some air and brightness. We also added a second snare. Let's give it a listen. Now is the turn of the claps. We love having many layers of claps. Let's listen one by one. Something we love to do to make the claps sound bigger is to use the delay. This will make the clap to sound a little early or a little far behind. We also have a snap. It sounds like this. Now all together. Now let's move into the hi-hats part. As you can see, we have two loops and they sound like this. One is panned to the left and the other one is panned to the right, so it sounds bigger and wider. Something can never be missing when you're making disco, and that's the cowbell. And this loop we made is just amazing. How cool was that? After that, we add more cowbell at the end of the song. This one has an echo delay, making it sound just awesome. Now let's continue with the triangle, another element you need if you want to make disco. Something that we missed is to pan them. This one to the right and this one to the left. And that's it, you got it. Let's continue with the tambourine. You can hear this element one time every 4 bars. And now that we enter the chorus, we add some shakers. This one is in the center, and this one is in the left. If you hear this loop, you notice it has some cowbell too. Now let's listen to this part, because the drums are slightly different. Let's hear it. And those are the drums. Let's hear them together. So now that we are done with the drums, we can have a listen to this part, the main synth. These chords go all the way through the song, and they are in G minor. You can find this in this section of the MIDI clip. Now, if you notice, we have two layers of this synth. The reason for this is to make this sound bigger and wider, and they both are presets from our new disco pack. Let's give it a listen. This is the first layer. If you notice, it has a high resonance. Now let's hear the second layer. This layer adds more body and warmth to the main synth. And together they sound like this. Now another element that cannot be missing from a new disco track is a funky guitar. This guitar was recorded with a Fender Telecaster we have, and we added some reverb on it, and that's it. Now it's time to make this groovy bass. The bass line is the same all the song, it doesn't change, and it gives a lot of groove to the track. If you notice, we use the root note at the beginning of each bar. Here, here, and here. Then we give some movement before every bar starts. Root note, root note, root note, and then movement. Now let's check the sound design for this preset. The preset has a high resonance, and we use I-Can-Has Kick wavetable in oscillator A and a basic MDC in oscillator B. And in the sub-oscillator, we used a saw wavetable in -2. Envelope number 2 is being routed to the filter cutoff, giving us that sweepy and plucky sound. I don't know if you have noticed this melody playing in the chorus. Let's listen to it with the rest of the song. This melody comes from our new disco pack, exactly the preset called Ants. This preset is an ARP, but we use it to create a melody. If we just press a note, in this case the C note, it does this. This ARP preset comes with its own rhythm, as you can see. Now let's hear the chorus lead. This preset is called Pizza King, and as you can see, is quite high in resonance. It uses a comb filter, and we also used an Icon Has Kick wavetable, a basic mini, and a square wavetable. Envelope 1 is modulating the wavetable position and the sync window of oscillator B. Now the two layers are actually the same. The only difference is that one is playing one octave up and the other one is one octave down. We like to do this so the lead has much more body and warmth. Now for the last part, let's go to see the ARP. What we did was to program the semitones of each oscillator, as you can see. To achieve this, you need an LFO to modulate the semitones of the oscillator. Also, you need another LFO to modulate the levels. After that, you only have to click one note and the ARP will do everything else. The last thing missing are the effects. And you know we love those sweeps, laser sounds, and impacts. The effects are needed to enhance a part, for transitions, and to make everything sound bigger and more epic. We have crashes, laser sounds, impacts, and sweeps. That was all. I hope you like it and don't forget to subscribe.